Here's everything you're gonna need to make this OP mob farm for Minecraft Bedrock Edition 1.18. Alright, and this is actually the amount of loot that I got within only 15 minutes of this farm, and that's without holding a looting 3 sword. So if you hold a looting 3 sword, you'll actually get 3 times as much as that's in here. Alright, so you're gonna start this farm off by placing 1, 2, 3 hoppers that are like this. So 1 hopper going into this block right here, and then 2 hoppers going into that. So as you can see, 2 hoppers going into this 1 hopper that's going into that block. Once you've got that, you can break these 2 blocks, put a chest right there. And then you want to break down 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, 3, 4 blocks, and 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks right there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks right there. So you should have like an L shape right here. Now you're gonna put your ladder right here. So there's your 4 ladder pieces. You're gonna break all these blocks under the chest like that. And then you want to put a chest right here, double chest right here, and a double chest right there. Like that, so a little zigzag pattern. Then you're gonna get a hopper, make it go into that chest, make a hopper go into that chest, and then another hopper going into that chest. So you can tell you did it right because you'll see the hopper will be faced like that. And boom, there's your storage system complete. The items will flow all the way down to the bottom chest and eventually reach their way all up here when it starts to get full. Now you can place a rail on that last hopper right there with a minecart with hopper on top. And then you're going to surround that with blocks like I'm doing right here. And you want to make sure it's in that same pattern like that. Once you got that, you put more blocks around it like this. Put blocks on the outer corners. Now you're going to want to put redstone on top of all the corner blocks. Observers facing towards those redstone. Like that. So the eyes should be facing towards the redstone. Then you're going to put blocks next to the observers and then 4 blocks in the middle right here like that. Now you're going to want to put pistons on top of the regular blocks, not the observers. There we go. Then you're going to put regular blocks on top of the observers only in the back, because in the front one here, you're going to want to put your staircase like this. So an upside down L. That's going to allow your XP to flow through, and yeah, it's going to let you collect your XP from the farm. Alright, so now we're going to grab a lever, put it on that block right there, flick it on, and then come to the top. Throw our 2 tridents in the system, doesn't matter where, just in the middle like I did. And then when you flick the lever, you'll see that it'll actually start spinning those tridents, and that is our trident killer complete. So if we turn it off, what this actually does is it allows you to get XP and use your looting 3 sword in the farm. So if you sit right here and hold your looting 3 sword while this trident killer is on, you'll get the effects of the looting 3 sword without actually having to do anything. So if you have a looting 3 sword, I recommend you hold it while you AFK at this farm. Anyways, we can now pillar up by 18 blocks. So there we go. That is 18 blocks high from where this piston is. So you're going to want to do that on top of all these blocks right here. And that's going to be 18 blocks up. Alright, there we go. So that's 18 blocks from where those pistons are. And now what we're going to go ahead and do is go out right here by 7 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to do it on this side. And then you're going to do that on these 3 other sides right here. Alright, there you go. So you should now have like a plus shape. So you're going to put a temporary block right here, go up a block, and you're going to make a little square platform that is in between the little pluses, like I'm doing right here. Like that. And you're going to fill that in. And it should be looking like this. So now you're going to do that exact same thing, but on the 3 other sides. Alrighty, so once you've done that to the 3 sides, your farm should be looking like this now. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is come to one of the corners, any of the corners, put a temporary block right here, destroy that temporary block, and you're going to wrap this block around all the entire platform to make kind of a wall that looks like this. And you're going to go ahead and do that one more time, so it should be 2 blocks tall. And it should be looking like this. So now you see we have some holes in here. We want to fill in those holes, so you're just going to go and you put 2 blocks right there where those holes are. And boom, now we don't have any holes in that little area. Alright, so now is where you bring out your pumpkin. So you're going to go to any of the corners and you're going to place your pumpkin. And if you see that the stem of the pumpkin is not facing towards the middle of the farm, you're going to move it. So my pumpkin is facing that way, so we want to move it so that's facing towards the middle of the farm. So if you move it right here, you'll see that the pumpkin stem is facing towards the middle of the farm. So you're going to want to find the right spot to put your pumpkin on your farm, because it will be different. And when you do, you're going to want to come down here and put a button right there closest to the pumpkin. You're going to skip a block, place your button, go all the way down, skip a block, and then same on this side, skip a block, place your button. And you're going to make this grid that is following that same pattern on each of these platforms, just like that. And so now you're going to do that same layout with the buttons on the other 3 platforms. All right, there we go. So as you can see, it's the same pattern on all these platforms. And do not worry, yours could look different. That is okay. As long as it lines up where this pumpkin is, you're totally fine. So yeah, now you can get rid of your pumpkin and grab your scaffolding, because you're going to want to put scaffolding on all of the blocks that do not have a button on this platform. So when you're done, it should be looking like this. It looks a little weird on mine because my texture pack deletes the middle part of the scaffolding, but it's basically you want to put the scaffolding on the blocks that do not have a button. So you're going to do that on all the other 3 platforms now. All right, so it should be looking like this when you are done. But once you've got that, you're going to come to either of these middle parts, and you're going to want to go ahead and put signs, a row of signs going along this entire thing until you reach the end of the scaffolding, just like that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 signs like that. And you'll do it on this side. There we go. It's now a total of 16 sides. And now you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. And you don't have to do it on these sides. So now you can go ahead and get your water, and you're going to place it along this wall right here, along this wall right here. So like that, along that wall, and then on this other wall right here and here. Just like that. So it should perfectly flow to these middle streams like that. And so now you can go to the very bottom and place 2 sources on these middle water streams. So right here too, under these signs, just like this. So this is what one layer of your farm should look like. You have the water on top of the scaffolding, your signs, your buttons, and then your water in these mini streams on the bottom. So now you're going to want to do this 3 more times, with a total of 4 layers of this farm. You can add more if you want, but it of course will take you a while. I recommend using 4 though. So yeah, you would start your second layer literally right above where this water is. So that is where you start building your second platform. And yeah. Alrighty, so there we go. Yours might be looking something like this when you have 4 layers, but yeah, you see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. We're good to go. So now you could just go ahead and cover this whole thing up in a block of your choice. And yeah. All right, there we go. And I actually recommend you put some torches on top of here, because mobs can in fact spawn on here at nighttime. So if you put some torches on here, they won't. Yeah. I also recommend you put some torches on the bottom here, because it does get a little dark. But obviously you don't have to if you don't want to. But yeah. But once you put your roof on, you're actually good to go. So if you get in here and we put this on, you can see how dark it is. And yeah, the mobs will spawn, and then they'll get pushed off into the water and eventually into the trident killer. So once again, you just sit right here with your looting 3 sword, turn the trident killer on, and then all your drops will go in this bottom chest. And yeah.